Get lost with us today in Palermo. We're on a 2-week journey exploring the island of Sicily, and if you're curious about other Sicilian destinations, check out our channel. We're on the train and we're going from the south to the north of Sicily to Palermo. We're two retirees hooked on travel. Follow us on our journeys around the world. It looks like agriculture is a major industry here. There's farms, greenhouses, orange groves, and wineries everywhere. Well, we finally made it to the other side of Sicily, and now we're heading north to Palermo. And it's a beautiful coastal area. It's our first evening here in Palermo, and we're just getting an idea of what's going on here, but it's busy, lots of people, tons of action going on. There's horse and buggy, you can take a tuk-tuk ride, people everywhere, lots of shops, kind of some neat restaurants, and look at some of these historic buildings. This is one of the most historic, evidently one of the most historic cities in Europe. Here is the most famous part of Palermo, Quattro Canti, which means the four corners. So pretty, I love the palm trees. It gives it such a pretty look. We're walking around the central part of Palermo. This is Via Vittorio Emanuele, which connects to the Palermo Cathedral. It's very beautiful at night with all the lights. When you're traveling, true exploring is to go out and take a walk and just allow yourself to get lost, because you just never know what you're going to see or find, and you run upon amazing stuff. So I have a feeling, to me, that's what you call a true explorer, is just going out and getting off the beaten path and just let yourself get lost. And just like that, one minute we felt like we were lost, and now we're in the harbor. And believe me, after a while when you're traveling in Europe, you're going to get tired of seeing cathedrals and old historic buildings. So make your way away from the medieval parts of the city and explore other parts. Wow, there's some nice sailboats in here. What a beautiful harbor. The waterfront of Palermo. Those fishermen are in, cleaning their nets, repairing their nets. A lot of small boats, actually. Okay, so we decided to take the horse tour. You need to negotiate. They do barter. Or you can take these little tuk-tuks, but for 1 hour, we got it for 20 per person. But there was other guys for 1 hour, same tour for 120 for 2 of us. So shop around. Now on other tours, other cities, we've taken the little train. And the train is a good idea. It's better than the hop on and hop off bus because it can go through the little narrow streets. And the hop on and hop off bus, you're not going to be able to see anything. You're sitting up high, and they're just staying on the main streets. And you know what else? He's going a lot slower than when you're on that bus. And when you're on the train goes pretty fast. This is a romantic way to spend an hour in Palermo. It's a great way to familiarize yourself with the center area of town, and you can also discover some dining and shopping opportunities. This is where two of the most famous streets in Palermo cross. Most of the action in Palermo is around these two streets. Via Maqueda is a long pedestrian street with lots of restaurants and shopping. Via Vittorio Emanuele goes towards Palermo Cathedral and the Norman Palace. You'll like visiting the Palermo Cathedral. It's the most beautiful building in Palermo. You can even go up on the rooftop to have a view of the other roofs. At the end of this street is Porta Nuova, a really neat arch or doorway, and it was built 700 years ago. We just entered the Royal Palace, and we're waiting our turn to kind of go in. But this is the courtyard right here. This has to be the fanciest carriage I've ever seen. It's fantastic. Talk about embellishment, paintings. Can you imagine riding in that? Wow. This place is amazing. The paintings on the wall, the ceiling with the carvings, the detail. This is the most amazing chapel I have ever seen. It's 900 years old, and the mosaics are the finest of the Byzantine art. The detail is just amazing, from the ceiling to the floor, stone-carved columns. Every mosaic is a story connected somehow to the Bible, different saints and Bible scenes throughout. So we just exited the Cappella Palatina, the Palatine Chapel. Even the outside is amazing. Well, this is the entry to the royal apartments. Huge, grand ceiling. That's what you call a sideboard. Wow. Wow, look at these paintings. It's not, well, they're not paintings, the walls are painted. You're the kids up at the top. Oh, this is the ceiling. Like this is all mosaic. It's not painting. Little tiny tiles. It's fantastic. The chandeliers are magnificent, and I love these paintings of old Sicily, probably a Palermo. Really nice. This is definitely worth coming to, the Royal Palace. Wow, what a neat place to have a meeting, huh? The Regional Assembly government meets here. Well, the Royal Gardens have a lot of tropical plants. Love these big, huge trees. That thing looks old. Look at the roots. Wow. You don't need to book a street food tour. You can just find the markets on your own and enjoy it at a leisurely pace. The most famous is the Kapel market area. We ended up coming here almost every day. It's great for lunch. The food choices are amazing, and you get to choose true Sicilian food at a great price.
Looking menu?
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 Yeah. Wow. This is the market, and you want to come here for lunch.
You want to have some wine?
Maybe a drink?
Sure. I want to come here for wine because it's like a street, they say it's street food, but to me it looks more like it's homemade, like you're going to get the real authentic Sicilian food. It's really fun to walk around and see all the food being cooked and barbecued. The side streets, they're narrow, grungy, and they're covered with graffiti. So you just walk around, get yourself lost, and then you come to an opening, kind of a center area and gathering area, I suppose. Restaurants, shops, breathing space. A lot of the alleyways are so small, you can't even hardly walk down them if the car comes. And there's the alleyways. It's hard to believe how close they were able to build. Your typical back street apartments. They have a lot of graffiti, but this is definitely some kind of a street art. Interesting. When you come to Palermo, you need to come to the Capo Mercato. The Capo Mercato, which is the market, and you can get unbelievable street food here. We heard about it, but it is a lot better than we expected. And there's so many different kinds of vegetables and fruits I've never seen before. Actually, this one, I've never seen it before, but it's a fruit. It kind of tastes like an apricot, but it's different. You have to try some of these different kinds of fruits and vegetables. It's a great experience. At the Capo Mercato, the street market. We really enjoyed walking the side streets, mixing with the locals and experiencing the Sicilian lifestyle. You wouldn't even think that you would eat something that small. Look at those green beans. I love green beans. Look at those tomatoes, zucchini. Everything is fresh. You can tell it's freshly picked. Look at this. Oh, look at the different kinds of pastas. Wow. Olives. Oh, sun-dried tomatoes. It's got all kinds of imported fruits. And look at the grapes. You know, those are fresh. That's off the cacti. Never seen peppers that big, have you? They're huge.
Big.
Wow. I don't think I've seen cauliflower that big either. Those are huge. You get fresh juice. The swordfish.
Oh, the swordfish, yes.
Nice steaks. Clams. Mussels, oysters. Those are huge pomegranates. Look at the size of those things. Pickly pears. They're already peeled. It's a hustling city. Busy with traffic, people walking the streets. Okay, this is the walking street and it goes from one end to the other. It's pretty long, but if you go on the side streets, there's really not anybody on the side streets, very few. They're all just walking up and back and forth on this street and all day long on the weekends. And there's really not anything to shop for. I think mostly people are just walking. There's a few restaurants here and there and a few places to buy some drinks, but that's it. Everybody's just walking. It's crazy. It's crazy. Why do they always have the statues nude? What's the significance there? We like sharing our travel experiences, and to encourage us to improve, hit the like button. See you in our next video.